Hi everybody, I'm Celeste and this is Evermind, and I really hope you're enjoying our videos. We're having a lot of fun making them. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Incorporating play in your work environment, in your work day-to-day, can actually increase your performance. Yes, I know. What is what you're thinking for those of you who don't play ever? And there's a lot of you. So if you're one of those people that plays all the time, good for you. Carry on, please, and spread the word. Yeah, that's the goal. There's a guy named Stuart Brown. He is a researcher and founder of the National Institute for Play, and has also written this book called Play. I highly recommend it. Please read it, listen to it, whatever it is that you do that with this book. He has a TED Talk as well, and that's below in the description if you'd like to watch it, get the Reader's Digest version. I'm going to read his definition because I really like it of what play is. Okay? Play is an absorbing, apparently purposeless activity that provides enjoyment and a suspension of the self-consciousness and a sense of time. It is also self-motivating and makes you want to do it again. Why don't more adults play? I don't know about you, but I can go meet somebody new, ask them what they do for fun, and I'd say 8 or 9 times out of 10, they'll not know what to tell me, or pause and really have to think about the last time they had fun. And if you have to pause and think about the last time you really had fun, you're not having enough fun in your life. But basically, it's still really new. In the last several hundred years, playing is not an acceptable thing that we've been allowed to do. I mean, working has been acceptable. That's about it. I think we have all these genes and all this, old practices and habits that we've been practicing for hundreds of years passed down to us. So it's not a socially acceptable thing. Work traditionally does not encourage play. Neither does school, traditionally. And then we tell ourselves after those two things that it's just unacceptable. So we create a belief that play is not okay. And then once you have a belief created, that's it. That is now a part of your reality. So whether it's a really good belief that you like, awesome, that's part of your reality. If it's a belief that doesn't serve you, or that sounds negative, or that doesn't allow for play, that is also your reality. So what's the difference between work and play? Mindset. That's it. It's just a mindset. Play is a state of mind rather than an activity, which is something Stuart Brown also says. You can have two people, a great example, two people working out. Working out is not always play for me, depending on the workout. For Travis, there's a competitiveness, and he has his competitions and his mindset that goes into that. But it is a form of play for him, which is why he has that much passion. It's the only reason somebody could continue to do the crazy shit that he does on a regular basis. I am not that person. Lifting weights and getting on a cardio machine are things that I do because my body is telling me it needs that, but it's not what I consider play. Play for me is riding my mountain bike. I fucking love riding my mountain bike. That is one of the greatest things that there is. Snowboarding is also one of the greatest things. Surfing, kind of outdoor stuff. That's my play. That's my playground. Everybody does it different, but it's a state of mind. Now you're probably asking, how can play possibly increase my work performance? I would love to know. I would love to tell you. I'm going to tell you what Stuart says. The great benefits of play are the ability to become smarter, to learn more about the world than genes alone could ever teach, to adapt to a changing world. I love those, personally. The one, to learn more about the world than genes alone could ever teach. So accurate, so accurate. There was a study done in this book that they talk about with 2 groups of mice. One group was not allowed to play, the other group was allowed to play. The researchers introduced a threat to the environment with both groups. Both groups hid. By the way, my bunny is playing right now, which I can't show you, but he's getting all over the place. It's awesome. Oh shit, it just fell. Oh my god, what are you doing, Munchkin? Huh? Come here. Look at this guy. Look at him. I mean, how amazing is that? He's gonna start squirming at me in a minute, like, lady, let me down. I'm not done playing yet. His name is Jupiter, just so you know. And I love him, despite the rambunctiousness and shenanigans he does all the time. Okay. Alright, let's try it again. Study done, 2 groups of mice. First group couldn't play, second group could play. They introduced a threatening situation to the environment. All the mice hide. The really interesting part about the group that didn't play is that they all hid and never came back out. They died in there. The group that was allowed to play eventually started to test the waters and see if there was still a threat in the environment, and then they eventually came back out and lived. So there's a bit of an example of, he says to learn more about the world than genes alone could ever teach. Yeah, it helps with evolution. If we don't play, we can't evolve as a species because we can't find out what else is new, what else is out there, what else we might be able to do, what jumps we might be able to hit, what numbers and sales we might be able to do. Shh, knock it off. Hey, knock it off. So good to know he's picking up on the play thing. The reason I say that play can help increase performance is that it also allows the brain to have a rest. If you are constantly at work just thinking about a problem or the work you have to do over and over and over and over again, at a certain point, especially if you have to be creative with your job, and more jobs require more and more creativity these days, if you have to be creative, your brain really needs to be going, like on all cylinders. And at a certain point, if you're so focused on one thing all day long, you can't think about any creativity. It just stops at a certain point because your brain is so overloaded. Going and playing, which by the way could be a walk, okay? Playing could be, I juggle when I'm at work. I go for a walk, I stretch, I meditate, I'll go just whatever I gotta do for my break, and that's play, and that sounds fun to me. I go do that, and then I come back, and I get a lot done at work. I really, really do. So I think it helps you get that break that you need. And then it also allows for more ideas, new ideas, or renewed energy for those ideas to come. I've met all these people in the past in different work environments where they don't have play in their lives, work is not play for them, they don't think they can play at all at work, and they do nothing. They make it look like they're working, and they get the bare minimum done. Those are the people I know that work. The others that I know that don't have fun, they just, their bodies are deteriorating because all they're doing is working, and they're not taking care of their physical health. So they're just letting their mind run all day and doing what they can. But if you don't play, you can't allow for any physical health either. And eventually that's gonna break down on you too. I recommend play. I recommend, like I said, and Stuart Brown has said, it's a state of mind. Don't just go run because it's supposed to be good for you. If running sounds boring as fuck to you, please, dear God, don't do it. Go stretch, go lay down, go read a book, and God love me that I'm saying this, but watch a little TV if you need to. Sometimes that can be play. I love to listen to audiobooks. I do actually watch TV every once in a while, but allow your brain to do something it thinks is going to be fun. Just try it. And if you can, try it, and then try it again the next day. And you can try it again the next day. That would be good. Make it a pattern. Don't make it be the only time you play has to be on a weekend or some ritual or event or something. Those should not be the only times that adults play. It just shouldn't be. When you set up a routine for play, your brain will get used to it faster, and more ideas, more productivity, more learning will come to you at a faster rate. And life actually is really pretty fucking good when there's play in it. So feel free to share this video, subscribe if you didn't. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Oh my God! You've shit everywhere. How is it that people are forgetting how to play? I mean, I know how, but how? When was the last time you blew bubbles? You know? Yeah. Guess it's better than that shitting, huh? Oh, for the love of God, I can't remember what the hell I'm supposed to say. I mean, when we were kids, we just did everything we wanted to do. I mean, not everything, but you know, that's how you learn. I mean, that was kind of fun. Oh. And now editing.